This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Wolverine Power Cooperative and Great Lakes Energy. Your local electric cooperative is looking out for you. And by Munson Healthcare Cadillac Rehab Services.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to exciting fourth quarter action here at the Lake City Athletic Complex. We've got quite a ball game going here. Started off kind of slow in the first half, but things have certainly opened up in that third quarter. We had 7-0, one touchdown all of the first quarter, and we've already had 3-4 more just in the third quarter alone. Exciting back-to-back action here, Mike.
Yep, Lake City is, I think, in the third quarter at least, they got into the type of game they like to play.
Right, so the momentum has definitely shifted in Lake City's favor. Part of that was off an interception by John Feller, so we've got a 2nd and about 4 here for the Trojans. Holt is looking up to the sideline. He's got Wyatt Bisbal just over the 50-yard line, and that looks like it's going to be good for a first down. However, I see a flag down, and that looks like it happened in the Lake City backfield. Could be a holding call, and that's definitely what it is. So that is going to take the Lake City Trojans back. And I don't think the ref was swatting at a fly there with his hat.
Nope. You hate to see that.
Yeah. He's talking to the Lake City coach. Might have been something set out on the field.
Yeah, it kind of had the feel based on the location of our umpire.
All right, so as the officials gather up and figure out what's going to happen here with the penalty call, it is a holding against Lake City. Okay, and they also got an unsportsmanlike conduct tacked onto that. So, yeah, definitely don't want to see that, especially at the point when Lake City had some good momentum going. So that is going to march them all the way back to their 15-yard line. Ouch.
Yep, you're playing Beal City. You don't need any extra mountains to try to climb over.
No, yeah, and they've been doing a pretty good job so far. But boy, that wasn't the smartest move out there that time. So they're going to have to regroup, and it is what it is. They've got big play capabilities with the offense that they run. So they got about a 2nd down and about 34 yards to go. All right, so Matt Holt, junior quarterback for the Trojans, is back in the shotgun. He's looking over the defense, takes a snap, hands it off to Noren. Noren looking for room to run, gets past one player, but another defender is there to take him down. That looks like number 50? Okay, 58. All right, 58, Paxton Garrett on the tackle. We're doing the best we can to give credit where credit is due for those Beal City defenders, but boy, it's just hard to see those numbers at this time of night.
It is, but you definitely can tell that Beal City they know who they're trying to tackle. It's Zach Noren. They're really holding on, and that's good.
Yeah,
that's smart strategy by them.
Okay, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and a mile for the Trojans. Takes a snap. He's looking to pass. He's got a man open. That's Zach Noren. Zach cuts back, finds some extra room, still dancing around, looking for room, and gets out to about the 33-yard line. And he certainly made an exciting play of that. Okay, so he got a pretty good chunk of that back, but still far short of the first down marker. As the officials, so let's see what's going to happen here. They have a penalty on Beal City for roughing the passer.
Yeah, I believe it was kind of a late hit, so to speak.
Okay, so the original reception that Noren got it out to about the 33-yard line. Let's see where we're going to end up here. Ref Tim Leiter trying to sort things out. Okay, so it was definitely roughing the passer against Beal City, and they are going to march him down, and I believe that is going to end up being an automatic first down. And what a break that would be for Lake City. Oh, okay, so it's going from the spot of the – they took the penalty. Okay. It's going to be from the spot of the foul which is actually going to be less yardage, but it's going to be a first down and 10. So that is definitely that's a good play for Lake City.
That helps.
Okay, yeah, unfortunate for Beal City, but that's the way it goes. Boy, you don't want to do that in that situation. They were just about ready to get the ball back on a 3rd and long, and it turns out to give Lake City a 1st and 10. So from their own 30-yard line, they've got new life here on this drive. Holt hands it off to Noren. Noren is met. Oh no, that's David Greenfield, and he is really stuck there by a number of Aggies. He ended up getting a few on that.
Yeah, Colin Shar put a stop to that.
Okay, it looks like he got out to about the 33-yard line, which is about where Zach Noren had ended up on that last catch. But again, it got back to the 30 on the penalty. So that's going to bring up about a 2nd and looks to be about 6 yards. We've got 10-11 left in the 4th quarter in this exciting game against Beal City and Lake City. Holt takes a handoff. He's got Zach Noren just off his hands. He was cutting across the middle and falls to the ground. Incomplete.
Yeah, put a lot of steam on that ball. Zach just couldn't hang on to it.
Okay, so that is going to bring up a 3rd down and about a long 6. So Beal City looking to try to stop the Trojans and get the ball back. Lake City trying to keep up the momentum and keep this drive going.
Has the feel of a big down, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You're darn right. This is an important down for both teams. Okay, Matt Holt in the shotgun. He takes a snap, fakes it to Greenfield, looking to pass. He's got Jacob Ball out there. It's a jump ball, and it is intercepted by the Aggies. Trying to see a number on that interception. So that is going to be a turnover. Beal City takes back over at their approximately own 40-yard line. Did you catch a number on that, Mike? Is that number 2, Ryan Schaefer?
Yep, it was.
Okay, so him and Jacob Ball kind of had a jump ball out there, and Schaefer won that one.
Yeah, he played center field, jumped at the right time.
Okay.
It's all things you work on in practice.
All right, so 3rd and long, almost like a punt, you know. Wasn't a terrible situation, and it was a long pass. So Beal City takes over at its own 40, trying to get some momentum gain of their own. That is number 5, Colin Shar again up the middle. Looks like it was good for about 2 or 3. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 7.
Miles McLeod
for the Aggies.
For Lake City there. And it's amazing how quickly Beal City hands the ball off. I mean, just boom, they're immediate.
And, they carry their fakes out well, you know. So when you teach them defensively against this kind of offense, you've got to tackle just about everybody. Okay, bobbled by number 6. That was Brendan Shaner. And looks like he got a good bounce right back up into him. And he is out close to a 1st down. We're going to have to see where the spot is. And it looks like referee Tim Leiter is going to take an official's timeout. And are they taking a measurement here?
Yeah.
I believe they're going to come out and take a measurement here because it's pretty close.
I think we've got a player down on the Aggies side there. Yep, our sponsors.
So we
here.
can give our sponsors a shout here, Mike.
Absolutely.
While we take a little break in the action.
Our broadcast tonight is presented by Wolverine Power Cooperative, Great Lakes Energy, and Munson Healthcare, Cadillac Rehab Services. Our sponsors include Cadillac Tire, Napa with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids, LC Materials, the Walkley Agency, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Pizza Plus, Bowman and Rogers, Lake City Miniature Golf, and Miller's Corner.
Okay, thank you, Mike, for bringing us those sponsors. We appreciate their sponsorship tonight to help bring this broadcast and make it available to you viewers. Looks like Beal City did get the 1st down here, so they are going to continue their drive at midfield, 1st and 10 from the 50. They are down to the Trojans right now, a score of 20-14. There's 9:22 left in this 4th quarter. And the way this game has been going, I don't know. Overtime certainly wouldn't be out of the question.
No, I was just sitting here thinking about that because, the Aggies eat up some time with their drives often.
They do, but I got a feeling this one's going to go down to the wire. Okay, so Beal City Lucas Shoemaker takes the snap from under center, hands it off. He's got some room to go. He's still going. His knee is down at about the 44-yard line. So that is going to be about a 6-yard carry.
Excellent block there by Paxton Garrett for the Aggies. Wasn't just him, but he really helped that to get the extension on the end.
All right, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Aggies. They're going to go with a wide right there. Nate Wilson is spread out to the right. Shoemaker calling out to him, looks over the defense, takes the snap from under center, hands it off as a quick trap, and that was number, I didn't see a number on that. Might be number 5, Colin Shar again. So he picked up the first down, and Beal City continues to move the chains.
That play is so fast and almost.
Yeah, it's a quick hitter.
Let's run that until they stop it.
Yep.
It's like a 5-yard before you know even that the ball's handed off.
All right, so first down from Lake City's 39-yard line. Shoemaker takes the snap from under center. He hands off. That is Nate Wilson, who is met by a number of Trojans there. One of them looked to be number 86, Ben Marion, I think.
Yeah, we also had number 54 again, Miles McLeod, having a big second half defensively.
Okay. So he was able to pick up a yard, maybe 2 at the most. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 8. Time is ticking. We are down to 7:40 left in this 4th quarter. Beal City chewing up some yards and chewing up some clock on this drive. Shoemaker's got a wide out here. That's Nate Wilson to the left. Takes a snap, hands it off. That quick hitter up the middle, and once again, that's Miles McLeod on the tackle. Picks up a couple.
Yeah, you always want your ball carriers to keep their legs driving.
Absolutely.
Miles McLeod, when he tackles, keeps his legs driving.
That's been working out well for him as he takes the defensive call for the Trojans. So Beal City is facing about a 3rd and 7 here from the 36-yard line. They have done very well tonight on 3rd down conversions. Let's see what they've got here.
Lake City's crowd trying to be that 12th man here.
Okay. Takes a snap, hands off. That is shot. That looks like actually number 6, Brendan Shaner, stopped by the Trojans. And it's going to be an interesting call here for head coach Brad Gross of Beal City.
Johnny Feller, good tackle there, right around the ankles.
Okay, so it appears that there's going to be a 4th and a long 4, maybe 5 to go. What do you think, Mike? Going for it on this one?
Boy, I can't imagine them not.
Trying to pick up some momentum. They have done a good job on 4th and long, 3rd and long tonight. They seem to have a good play call for these situations.
They do. They play with a lot of confidence in these tough downs.
So we've got an absolute huge play here as Beal City's facing a 4th and 4 to go. They are on Lake City's 34-yard line. And they are going to call a timeout and think about it just a little bit more. And boy, I know if I'm Lake City's coach, I'm telling those defensive linemen, you better watch that ball and not jump because you don't want to give them a free one here.
Yep, that's all it would take. And they'd have their first. He's sitting right where they want to sit.
Yeah, I'd really be watching that hard count.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's so much exciting action here, Jeff. I mean, there is other opportunities to see these games. Sunday. Might be catching it then, but there's also DVDs that can be purchased, and they are available at cctv-cadillac.org and at mynews26.com.
All right, wouldn't that be something to have a DVD of this game?
It would be. I mean,
I think they're going to sell a few of those.
I'm almost looking forward to rewatching it.
Yeah,
again,
geez.
it's just
thinking about buying one myself. Okay. So the public address announcer's got the music going. He's getting the fans into it. We got a big 4th down here. Beal City is going for it. Could be one of the biggest plays of the night as Lake City's trying to hold on to this 2014 lead.
Feels like a playoff game, Jeff.
Absolutely. Good playoff feeling here. Shoemaker takes the snap. He's got a keeper. He's rolling around. He's got room to run. He's got it all the way past the 20-yard line. One guy to beat, and that is number 1, Devin Davis, making the tackle. So he got out wide and got to the sideline, and a huge play for Beal City. First down. Nice run by Lucas Shoemaker.
Had a bootleg kind of feel to it, didn't it?
Yep, he bootlegged it right out. I think his first intention was to throw the ball, but he had too much room to run, so he took advantage of that. Okay, so Beal City is inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're all the way to the Lake City 8. That is going to bring up a first and goal from the Lake City 8-yard line. Beal City on the move. And how big is that extra point miss looming now? Okay, number 6, Shaner, he takes it. Nice tackle came up. That was number 10. Waylon Ising made a beautiful defensive play. Threw him for a loss.
Made himself as wide as he could possibly make himself with his arms.
Just got underneath, got the feet wrapped up, and put a stop to that. So that was a loss of about 4 yards on the play, maybe 3 yards. Brings up a second and goal from the Lake City 11-yard line. We've got 4:53 left in this exciting fourth quarter. Beal City on the march trying to tie this game up. Trojans have a 6-point lead that they are trying to desperately keep here. Shoemaker's got Nate Wilson out to the left. He takes a snap, hands it off to Shaner. He is going backwards, and that one didn't work as Lake City was up to the task, and another nice stop. So the Lake City defense is stepping up right now. They know this is huge.
Yeah, Beal City's keeping it right in the middle as they're trying to get into the end zone here.
Okay, looks
like what they try.
Yep, looks like they actually lost another yard, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. 3rd and goal, actually, from the 12-yard line. Okay, Beal City is spread wide. They got 2 to the left. They've got 2 to the right. One halfback. He's in the shotgun position. Shoemaker takes it. He's rolling to the right. He's got room to run, but still looking to throw. It's a keeper, and it barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Lake City makes a nice stop on 3rd and 12.
Yeah, it was good pass blocking by the Aggies. They gave him lots of time, but
Yeah,
the secondary from Lake City just didn't give him much.
Yeah, and I mean, the more time he's got, the longer it is that you have to cover those receivers. That's not easy to do. So nice defensive up front and in the secondary by the Trojan defense.
And a good quarterback doesn't force it.
Okay,
so he didn't.
Here we are with another big 4th down. The Aggies are at about the 13-yard line. 4th and goal. They are spread out. Shoemaker is in the shotgun position. He's got one back with him. Snap is taken. Shoemaker rolls to the left. He's looking to pass. Lake City is on him. Puts it in the air. It's through the end zone and out of the end zone. Drops for an incomplete pass. And the Trojans have stopped the Aggies on 4th and 13. Well, 4th and goal from the 13-yard line. A huge stop by the Lake City defense.
Well defensed by Lake City, but I'm going to have to give a shout out here to Walker Herrick on that.
Yeah.
He had put him out of position.
Yes,
he put
did.
the quarterback out of position there to make a pass. So
yeah, and when you roll to the left and try to throw when you're right-handed, that doesn't work too well. But the coverage was good also.
It was.
But yep, Walker Herrick actually made a great play and put the pressure on him. So huge stop by Lake City. We've got 3:43 left in this exciting fourth quarter. Lake City has taken over. They're all the way down at about their 12 or 13-yard line. So they got to be careful down here.
Yep.
They got to be real careful.
Yep. This is not the place you really want to be with the ball. It's not where you choose to be, but that's where they're going to have to play from.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so good play by the defense of Lake City. Let's see if Beal City's defense can step up and try to get the ball back and give their offense another opportunity to win this game.
It's like you often say with the special teams, who knows? One can get run back. Yeah, fumbles can happen. We don't want to jinx anything, but anything's possible here.
Right, absolutely. Boy, what a ball game this is shaped up to be. I'm still looking at that missed extra point here that's just kind of looming heavily. You never know if that's going to come into play or not.
Well, and that's interesting with a play like that because on this last play, it was Walker Herrick.
Yeah.
That that made that play happen in Lake City's favor big time.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's why
and the snap, it was kind of a awkward snap there. It didn't get the ball down. It kind of threw the timing off of the play and ended up falling short. And those kind of kicks are all about timing.
We always
just didn't end up working out. But
we always talk about Walker's leg, as we do these broadcasts, but he showed a lot of quickness on that play. I mean, he was really covering some ground there.
Yeah, he was. Okay, all determination right there.
Yep.
So the crowd is going crazy here for the Lake City Trojans as they are celebrating their homecoming game. And what a ball game we have. So here comes Lake City. Holt is going to take the snap under center. He does take the snap, hands it off to Zach Noren. Noren's got room on the left run. He's getting out in a stiff arm out to the close to the 30-yard line. He's still running, and he doesn't want to come down. And I saw a late flag come in. So we'll have to see if that could possibly be. Sometimes that's a face mask call, but we'll see when a flag comes in that late. Oh no, it's against Lake City, so they are going back. So that is going to put them right back and negate that nice run by Zach Noren.
What do we have here, Jeff?
I'm not sure what the call was. We haven't seen anything from official Tim Leiter just yet.
Illegal block. You'd almost think it would have to be, wouldn't you?
Okay, I mean, it was a personal foul.
It
was a personal foul of some sort. Not exactly sure what happened down there, but it sure negated a nice run by Zach Noren. So that's going to bring them all the way back to, looks to be about the 14-yard line. And they are going to have, well, let's see, that's going to be first down and about 8 from there. So 3:25 and ticking. Holt takes a snap, hands it off to Noren again. Noren gets out to about looks to be the 15-yard line and met by a host of Aggies there.
Yeah, that last penalty as a coach, that'll give you gray hairs. That's tough. That would have really helped Lake City.
Okay, so, there's a feeling of tension with the Lake City crowd here. I mean, this game is not over. They've got to get out of here. They don't want to give Beal City the ball back. So it's just how you'd want the game to be shaping up at the end, isn't it, Mike?
Yes, it is.
All right, so we've got a 2nd and about 7 here. Holt continues to take the snap from under center. He's got one to the right and one to the left. Hand off to Noren. Noren's got some room up the middle, holding on to the ball. He's still going all the way out to about the 30-yard line. Looks to be a first down for the Lake City Trojans, and a huge first down that was.
I'm going to tell you, he's a great runner, but big Nate Knapp sealed off 2 guys single-handedly and just made a huge hole for him to run through.
All right, so nice job by the offensive line, particularly Nate Knapp on that. And we've got 2:25 and counting. That was a huge first down for Lake City as they are going to try to melt this clock down to nothing. Lake City leading the Aggies 20-14 in the waning moments of this game. That is Holt taking the ball from under center again. They're staying on the ground with it. Boy, that was a big hit up the middle, too.
Yes,
big collision there.
Yeah, but it's one of those head-to-head style collisions that we wish wouldn't happen, but they do.
Okay, so it looked like they squeaked out maybe about 1 yard, and Beal City chooses to call a timeout to get the clock to stop. There is exactly 2 minutes left to go in this game. Again, the Trojans are up by 6 points right now, and they have the ball. 2nd down and around 9 from their own 31-yard line.
And these are always interesting situations because obviously Lake City wants to play mistake-free football right now.
Yep.
But that makes teams tight.
Yep.
And that's hard to get first downs when you're tight. So we'll see what they do.
Okay, that's when the nerves start to go just a little bit. And I've even noticed that, pretty much this whole drive, Holt has come up under center and taken the snaps. Maybe they're trying to take that high snap, out of the equation, a bobbled snap, something like that. As far as, being in the shotgun, that might have something to do with it.
He has spent most of the game. If it didn't.
Yeah, he spent most of the game in the shotgun, so I'm thinking that might have a little something to do with it. You certainly don't want to make the mistake here. Okay, we've got a final 2 minutes to go in this ball game. as far as regulation goes anyway, Mike. Lake City looking at a 2nd and 9, trying to move the chains one last time, where I think if that happens, they can definitely kill the clock out as long as barring any mistakes and turnovers here. So that is Holt again taking the snap from under center. Takes a snap, hands it off. That's Zach Norn. A little bit of a loss on that play, but he does stay in bounds, so that is going to keep the clock ticking. But it's also going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Mitchell Fussman, good tackle there.
Okay, so the Trojans are facing a 3rd and long. Looks like about 11 from the 29-yard line.
I don't know about this overtime. That's going to be past my bedtime now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to leave you in the booth by yourself. But I don't think I could with this kind of action, though. I'd have to stick it out with you.
All right, so crowd waiting in anticipation of their Trojans. We got 1:15 left. Okay, Holt goes back in the shotgun, but now Lake City is going to take a timeout and talk things over. Got to be very, very careful here in this waning moments of the game. We've got 1:13 left, and Lake City facing a 3rd and long.
Yeah, and the Aggies have some weapons on the offensive side, so if you have to give it back to them, it's like that's that tension that we're feeling here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, boy, you know, who wants to punt at this point in the game? You know, there's so many things that can go wrong on a punt play.
Given the field position too to open it up to a pass, that doesn't give you the best feel either. If the Aggies were to jump in front of one and pick it, they're not too far away from the end zone here.
No, so Lake City is going to talk it over here and see what they want to do. Probably number 1 on the list is to hang on to that ball. Well, I don't know. Did you want it any other way at the end of the game here?
No, this is totally lived up to its billing, this football game.
Absolutely. Okay, so the Lake City players on the sidelines here trying to get the fans into it and fire up their hometown team here as Beal City defense comes out to face this 3rd and 11 from the Trojans. Holt is in the shotgun. They've got 2 spread out and 2 in the backfield. He fakes to Norton. They're actually going to the air, going long. He's got him, and boy, that was just too far for looked like number 86, Ben Marion. I think they tried to catch Beal City off guard just a little bit and go for the home run, but it wasn't to be. Just end up being thrown just a little bit far. Gutsy call.
Yeah, It was, and it had real potential. Just a little bit too much air under the ball.
Okay, so I see John Feller making his way out onto the field. He is the Lake City punter. And that is Lucas Shoemaker. Boy, I don't know if they're sending anybody back or not. Okay, now they've got maybe Colin Shar going back. Looks like Colin Shar going back.
He's
the
dangerous
snap is
back
off.
there.
He gets a good kickoff. It's a high kick. It's going to bounce about midfield. Gets a Lake City bounce. It is going to go all the way down to about the 42-yard line. Actually, no, that's the 37-yard line of the Beal City Aggies. They've got 56 seconds left. They are down by 6 points, and they certainly have an offense that can get this done.
Yeah, we'll see what their hurry-up offense can do here.
And I've lost track of count a little bit. I'm not sure if they have a timeout left or not in the bank, so we'll see how that plays out. Okay. Exciting action here in Lake City tonight as the Aggies are going to try to mount a drive here. They've only got 56 seconds left. They are down by 6 to the Lake City Trojans. Lucas Shoemaker takes a snap from the shotgun, works his way through. There's a flag on the play. He heaves it out there. He's got a receiver. It was a nice catch, but just out of bounds was Colin Shar. I've got a feeling that one might be coming back as there was a flag dropped in the backfield. And that is, that certainly is a holding call. They lost an important 8 seconds off the clock, and probably even more important is they're marching back another 10 yards from the spot of that foul.
Yeah, with the Aggies, the scary thing is the difficult positions in the game tonight is when they've made their big plays.
They have. They haven't been to 34 playoff appearances since 1975 for no reason.
You can really see that.
I don't see any panic in them at all.
It's like they sharpen their pencil a little bit when they really need it.
All right, so that is going to take them back all the way to about their own 22-yard line. Still first down from there, looking for the big play. Their last touchdown happened to be an 80-yard strike. And they're looking at about 79 yards right now. Shoemaker takes a snap. He's rolling to the right. He's got a receiver out there, overthrows him, and that one hits the ground for an incomplete pass. There's 27 seconds left, and it's going to be second, and looks to be about 25 yards right now for a first down to move the chains.
Does make it difficult for the offense, though. You know, the secondary knows what they want to try to do, so they're playing deep.
Okay. So they break out of the huddle. They are in their spread formation. Lucas Shoemaker, quarterback for the Aggies, is staying back in the shotgun position. Looks like they're going to go with trips over to this side, and then we've got a stoppage of play, and Lake City is going to take a timeout. Okay, so maybe they weren't quite ready for that formation. They're going to talk it over a little bit and make sure they've got all their ducks in a row here.
Yeah, good timeout. No point in not using it at this point if you're feeling anything isn't comfortable.
Okay, and there's been some, wisely taken timeouts tonight. In critical situations here, the coaches are really, stop and play, getting their teams grouped up, getting a good game plan going. No room to make any errors here for either team.
Yep, they haven't been afraid to use them, but they've made good decisions when they're using them.
All righty, so again, Beal City had about an 80-yard strike on their last touchdown play. They're looking at about 79 yards right now, so pretty close to what they had before.
Yeah, both of their scores tonight have been pretty long plays.
Yeah, I don't think they want to let Colin Shar get behind the safeties as he did last time. Yeah, so they're going to have their eye out for that.
He's an athlete. He's proved that tonight for sure. I'm sure he's done that many other nights too.
Well, and it's dangerous too because that Lucas Shoemaker's got some good scrambling ability. He finds some yardage, green grass in front of him, and he's going. Okay, here we go. Beal City's got trips to the left. Shoemaker takes a snap. He rolls a little to the left, trying to escape. Lake City is right there on him. Big tackle. That was what number is that? 48. That is that's Thomas Miller with a huge sack. The clock continues to run. We're down to 10 seconds. Beal City trying to get their play off. They're down to third down, and they stop the clock with 4 seconds to go, so it looks like they are going to have one play left in the game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Thomas Miller's biggest tackle of his career right there.
Yes, it was. All right. Good job, Thomas Miller, on that one.
Good time for it.
Is he excited right now. Okay, so Beal City in the huddle. We are down to 4 seconds. They're on their own 7-yard line. So we've got nothing left but a Hail Mary here. Let's see what Beal City has for one last attempt at trying to tie this game up. Lucas Shoemaker looking over the defense. He takes a snap. He's keeping it. He's running up the middle. He's still going. He's finding some yardage. He's trying to get around the corner, and he's taken down by number 10. That was Waylon Eisling, and Lake City has come up with a huge Highland Conference win here against Beal City Aggies. Wow, what a game, Mike.
Man. What do you say? Went right down to the wire, and even with Beal City backed up as far as they were, it still kind of went down to the wire.
Absolutely. Lake City is able to stay undefeated. They are 5-0. This was by far their biggest challenge of the year as they took on a, historic and always good Beal City team and, had to come from behind. What a game tonight.
Yeah, the second half had about 3 games worth of action in it. Outstanding.
So the Lake City Trojans walk away with this game with a 20-14 victory. And I'm still trying to catch my breath, Mike.
I know. I'm right there with you.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
big plays.
Everybody got their money's worth tonight out of their tickets. Wow. It was everything we were hoping it was going to be. What an exciting ball game.
Yeah, neither team has to hold their head down on that one.
Oh, absolutely not. You know, obviously Beal City's disappointed, but I'll tell you what, both teams played an outstanding game, just outstanding game.
Yep, that was excellent.
Okay.
Homecoming to boot.
Yep.
For the Trojans here.
What a way to celebrate homecoming with a win over the Beal City Aggies. Okay, so we are actually going to go to break here and for just a few moments, and when we come back, we'll do a little, cap of the game. And so this is Jeff Castillo and Mike Redmond bringing you high school football action here in Lake City, Michigan. The Trojans end up winning 20-14, and this is 26 Sports and CCTV. We'll be back in just a minute.